Hi, I'm John Pugh. I'm with Stephen Beus. He's our piano soloist, our upcoming concert, March 4th and 5th. We're doing this really cool piano concerto, Prokofiev Piano Concerto number 3, and Stephen's our soloist. Like, when did you learn this piece?
I actually have a long relationship with this concerto. I learned the third movement when I was 13, and then I learned the first 2 movements 3 or 4 years later. But I've always really loved this piece.
And have you performed it many times?
Yeah, I think 9 or 10 times with orchestra.
9 or
It's
10.
one of my favorite pieces.
Like, who have you performed it with?
I played it with the Gulbenkian Symphony in Portugal. I played it with the Juilliard Symphony in Carnegie Hall. I played it with the Mid-Columbia Symphony in Tri-Cities, Washington, Illinois.
Okay, so would you consider this an athletic concerto?
Yes.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's a 10.
It's a 10?
Yeah, it's definitely a 10.
Wow. So like what particularly is like particularly athletic in this piece?
Lots of things. One of the highlights for me, one of the things that's sort of unique about this concerto, the third movement, Prokofiev actually asks the pianist to play on the cracks, which is the most unnatural thing because my hands are used to playing like an octave or like a triad, but avoid the cracks. Like you're supposed to avoid the cracks, but in this concerto you play the cracks. At the end of the third movement, some pianists cheat a little bit and they do.
Well, that's what I've seen. So it's not written as a glissando.
It's written as cracks, and he specifically says 4th finger hits those 2 notes, 3rd finger hits 1, 2nd finger hits 2, and it's really a little bit uncivilized, but really interesting and really fun.
So do you play it that way on
Yes,
the cracks?
I do play it that way.
Yeah.
I aim for the cracks, hope for the best.
Any other particular parts of this concerto that you know, absolutely love or that are meaningful to you?
One of the things that's so wonderful about it is that Prokofiev is often thought of as a composer of really dissonant music, harsh, clashing sounds, and we have that like with hitting the cracks. But also there's Prokofiev was a composer of ballet music, and so there's dancing. There's these wonderful moments of dance. But then there are some melodies that I think even Rachmaninoff would have been happy to have written. In the third movement, there's this all of a sudden romantic, gushing melody, and it's just like, to me, it's just such satisfying music because it's not just athletic, it's not just dissonant, it's not just lyrical, it's sort of everything you could want.
Yeah. So that's why our audience is going to love this. You know, not everybody knows this piece, but it is so interesting, like all the things you're saying. The technical ability of it, the orchestra is loud and soft, and all of these things, the beautiful melodies. It's just a great piece. I absolutely love it. So thank you very much. Join us March 4th and 5th.